my name's Phill Burton and I'm the COO at Bloom Wild. Our mission is to make sending and receiving flowers the joy it should be. I'm a bit of a closet geek. As a youngster, I participated in competitive maths challenges. I was into Warhammer as a teenager, and even now spend quite a bit of my spare time playing chess online. So hobbies that I don't advertise widely, but increasingly people are aware. I became a COO through a slightly unusual route. I began my career as a lawyer and practiced for about 6 years, 2 years training and 4 years post-qualification. And towards the end of that period, I was working with a lot of tech companies, in particular founders of those tech companies. And it was just at the time that the startup system in London was starting to flourish, and had exposure to some great businesses, some great people, and decided that I wanted to leave law and get involved in startups. Bloom Wild is the third startup I've been involved in, and haven't looked back since I made that decision. A typical day for me is super varied, but I'm generally doing one of three things. Firstly, working with the broader operations team at Bloom Wild on any challenges we have globally. We have markets in the UK, France, Germany and Ireland, so that takes up quite a bit of time. Secondly, I can often be working with my other direct reports who are leaders of functions outside of operations, in particular finance and customer delight. And thirdly, working with our CEO, Aaron, and our senior leadership team on more strategic initiatives and the long-term growth of the business, how we think about people, how we think about culture. I think you need to be super resilient. I think it can be a tough job, and part of our role is to do firefighting. And you have to accept that some days are going to be tough. Secondly, I think you need to have really low ego. I think it's said often, but I think it's true. A really good COO isn't particularly visible, and I think you have to accept that you're not going to be the face of the company. And actually, by you not being too visible, you're probably doing a pretty good job. And third, I think you need to be really adaptable and embrace change. And if I could say I had any superpowers in the workplace, adaptability would be one of those. Just as a personality trait, I've always been fairly relaxed about a high degree of change, and the sort of startup environment, embracing that is a real positive. Not original advice, I'm taking it from the ex-CEO of Pepsi, but really resonated with me. She said that don't be too obsessed with what you want the end goal to be in terms of your career. So don't be obsessed about becoming a COO somewhere or even a CEO somewhere. Instead, focus on the here and now. And if you make sure you're indispensable in your current role, opportunities will arise. And I think that advice is really true.